to our autumn seminar taught by Sensei Kruger. With that introduction, I will fade off into obscurity.
Okay. I'm old-fashioned, so. Everybody sit and relax for a second. I just want to give you a quick little preview of what I'm going to try to introduce tonight. Give you a little bit of an idea of exactly how I got here. Just give you a little background. I'm going to try to not keep this too long-winded, which I'm kind of known for. I came through over at the Kruger school, and what was always stressed to me when I was coming through the system was getting out of the way of the attack. That was stress more than anything. And over time, all of us got very used to that. People that worked in our school that was so stressed with the way we attacked. It was always full speed attacks. Everything was geared around staying alive at the beginning and then working on the techniques after. And over the years, we all developed our own styles. And over time, I found that what I liked doing was playing with energy. I loved leading people, which makes for fun Aikido, but not always the most practical self-defense. So the last couple of years, I've been experimenting and trying to find things that are a little bit more direct, which aren't necessarily what I would consider my style, but trying to experiment with different things. One of the things that I've come across as I was studying, I was a fan of Steven Seagal when he was doing movies and doing some studying on the kind of Aikido he did and the directions he went. And one of the things that developed over time, and I haven't seen a lot of other instructors go this direction, except for people that have broken off from him at some point, was using arm deflections that are drawn from Kenjutsu. So there's a lot of stuff that Seagal does, although he moves very quickly when he moves, there's a lot of time that what he's doing is not moving out of the way of the attack, he is controlling the line of attack and turning the attacker off the line. Which works very good in close quarter combat. Back in college, we were very used to having people running at us, 30 miles an hour, swinging like they're trying to remove our heads. Getting out of the way, that's generally easy. If you have somebody coming from closer, it's a little more under control, that becomes a little bit more difficult to be moving the same way. So, in studying some of the things that I've seen Seagal do and instructors that have broken off from him, there's a lot of emphasis on hand deflections, making an attacker miss, not by moving out of their way, but changing the angle of their attack, and controlling the center line, making sure that that's what they're focusing on. So there are 4 basic deflections that they use. The terminology will vary a little bit depending on who the instructor is, but the terms are all drawn from Kenjutsu. I did as much research as possible in trying to make sure that I was using the terms correctly. So any of you that have sword background, if it contradicts at any point, please let me know. But they're basically 4 deflections that they use. 2 of them I consider more complementary. They use situationally, but not a wide range of uses. And then there are two that are much more powerful in what they can do. I'll tell you, I'm not an expert on these. What I'm trying to do is add something to your toolbox and see if we can give you another way of looking at things. So, Matt, let me borrow you for a minute. When Matt goes to give me Shomanuchi, I was always taught we would parry, we'd get all the way out of the way, whether it was inside or outside. But everything was geared on, if he was moving at me, I wanted to watch the attack, or head fall in the space that I was. That was the safest spot. If you watch the people that are doing these deflections, the goal would be that as Matt is coming in toward me, what I want to make happen is for Matt to just slide off the line slightly, which doesn't require a lot of movement out of me, other than in the hand deflections. Most of the time, this would be used for closer quarters. It's not the kind of thing that I would usually use if Matt was flying at me. Because if Matt's flying at me and I change his direction, although the attack might turn, all his body momentum is still coming at me anyway. So although he might not have hit me with the initial attack, if he rolls over my body and then his friends beat on me while I'm on the ground, that doesn't help. That's not to say it can't be adapted for that, because it can, but those are more advanced concepts and what we're going to try to deal with tonight. The other thing I'll tell you now, most of what we're going to do with relatively little movement in terms of getting offline. There will be some, and I'm not telling you that's the way that it's normally done. You will move off the line with this. My emphasis tonight is make sure that you have an understanding of the deflections, how they work, and to make sure you're actually doing them. I'll give you one quick little example. I'm going to have Matt come from here. And this deflection is called Suryagi, and it's a rising deflection that would be done. You see it in Kendo, you see it in Kenjutsu. I'm going to have Matt swing a Shomanuchi at me. Matt's going to swing a Shomanuchi, and Sensei Dave has already made jokes of me doing this. I'm going to plant myself so that I cannot move off the line. I'm going to give myself no choice. If I don't deflect him, I'm going to die. So Matt's going to give me the Shomanuchi. Go ahead. Come on, swing. Kill me. Okay, so I'm not moving, but notice I'm getting the same place that we like to move to. Okay. So we're given another option to do the same thing. If Matt comes at me from further away, I can do the same thing and make sure it misses me, but then all of his momentum is turning like this and he's falling right down anyway. So I could still do it, but I'd have to make some adjustments. When you see this done, and this can be done off a variety of attacks, most schools, when they do it, they're going to do it slightly different. Again, they're going to come slightly off the line. So, and the goal is always going to be able to bring that back to the center line. That's where we control it. So if any of you have worked out with the Ken, if you've done any Kendo, anything like that, it's always coming back to the line. You're always controlling the center line. And the center line is determined by you. And if you're in doubt on that, the center line can be adjusted. Any of you that have worked out with Sensei Mark, he'll talk about the triangle that you see in the chest. That's pointing to the center line. So if you need to adjust the center line, just doing that can adjust it. So the first one we're going to play with, we're going to use Matt. This deflection is called Soto Giri. Soto is an outside cut. And if he reaches at me calmly, all we're going to do is take a canted wrist and bring this through. That's all we're doing. So for tonight's purposes, we're going to use shonen for some things, and skis will do some punches. If we go to do anything with grabs, I would ask that you make the lapels a target, as opposed to anything grab, wide, or both hands together. Just from a learning standpoint, every martial arts school uses certain conventions all the time. I'd say for tonight, for learning, let's try to keep it to that. But if Matt goes to reach at me, he's going to grab me. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make contact at the wrist and draw it by. It can be done moving. I can go right around him at that point. But for this exercise, we're just going to be boom. So we are going to do some techniques tonight off of these. I will tell you now, my concern isn't the technique. So if there is something that feels comfortable for you to do off of one of these deflections, feel free. When we break off into groups or pairs, go ahead, go for it. The particular technique we do is secondary to getting the deflections down and feeling comfortable with them. But the first one we say, because it's easy, mention gravity. Getting into tight knot is relatively simple. Same thing on the side. So all I'm trying to do is make sure that as Matt grabs at me, I want that. I'm drawing this past me. That's all I'm trying to do. So as he's coming at me, I change his direction. Now he's 15 degrees over there. Oh, here. One more time. So, anybody have any questions? We're going to just start simply with that one. Anything at all? Break up. I would suggest for this, start slowly, get comfortable with this before we try to do it out. I would say go in pairs. Wait like that. So it's there. I would say try to do it. Just draw. So this is good. Just draw it out.
I came right into the basement for a second.
Well, that's the thing.
Putting a different shape. Taking a long story. Pretty good. Decent catch. Next week? Oh, clean it up? Just I won't get the rest.
As we do these first couple aren't going to feel, they're not going to feel at all odd. Because the types of attack that we're doing off of these right now are going to feel relatively comfortable. As we move on to the ones that I think are more versatile, it's going to mentally feel uncomfortable because you're not going to be moving out of the way and you're going to feel the need to. So be aware of that. It's going to feel uncomfortable. We're not going to have these down tonight. What I will tell you is, under pressure, these do work. In my best litmus test, I get to work out with Sensei Dave on Saturdays. And if I'm getting out of his way, by not getting out of the way, then I know it's got to be working. So just be aware as we get to the more advanced ones, you're going to want to get out of the way. And I'm not going to let you today. You're going to actually have to do the deflection. But if I get you to the point that you've got the deflections down, then you'll get more comfortable with them. So you get comfortable with them. Party. We're going to do one more off of the soda here. And again, we're not looking to do any particular techniques, but I figure if we do a few, the more practice you get with the deflections itself. these will get easier. So he's going to grab me the same way, okay? I'm going to do the same thing. As I'm doing this, what I want to emphasize is I'm just drawing this. That's all I'm trying to do, I'm drawing this. You can make an adjustment speed-wise if somebody is coming faster than you realize. We can drift back slightly as we do it. But this is the point of emphasis. If we do turn, this comes, and as we turn Tenkin, it should